All right, welcome everybody. Today's video, we're over here in Nonthaburi, which is like a little subdivision of Bangkok. It's its own little town, but it's basically part of the greater Bangkok metropolis. So anyway, we're going to check out a very interesting temple. We're at Wat Chomphuwek, which is about a 350-year-old Mon temple, and it's built over here just off the river. And Wat Chomphuwek is like the lonely temple of Chomphu, or also like the high temple of Chomphu. Anyway, that's what the kind of the rough translation means. And anyway, this is a temple that was built by the Mon people here just outside of Bangkok, and it was built during the reign of King Narai. And it has some really spectacular murals. That's what brought me over here today, to see the murals and also to see some of the old buildings. It is a fantastic temple. So there's also like a little moon drop that has a relic, but I think they're remodeling it right now. But we'll see what we can see. So the first thing that we see when you come up is this Mon-style chetty. Now they have quite a bit to the complex. There's a whole bunch more that's the new part that's all around. It's like the Buddhist quarters, all the general purposes halls, and all of that. But we're more interested in seeing the old stuff because this is what I came over to see. So you have this little Wihan right here, and there's the Ordination Hall right beside it. And then there's another small little building, and then back there, that white building is the moon drop. So let's take a look inside of this one right here. Now this one here has what they say is the most beautiful painting of the goddess of the earth. Actually, this is an Ordination Hall right here. You can see the marker stones. And this is really quite cool. It has a downstairs and it has an upstairs. So some of those buildings that you see, like the old ruins, they will have kind of like a little partial basement, and it would have been similar to this. So let's go inside here. This is the one that has some really spectacular murals, and it will have the goddess on the wall. And it is an active temple, so there's monks. And then you can see these over here. These are the Ordination Stones. And this is a building, there's 8 of them. But this is a building where the young novice monks are ordained into the monkhood. And they also come over here and they do ceremonies and all of that. And you can see above the door. So this one here is like a newer building. The 2 over there are the ones that are really, really cool. Now this is inside. And these are the murals that are painted on the wall. So you have the scenes of the Buddha, like this one right here. This is the Buddha when he was fasting next to the Bodhi tree. And you can see his ribs and everything. And then this is the main Buddha. And then this is the goddess of the earth, where she would wring the water out of her hair, and she's the one that has like flooded the earth. And then you can see they have the mural behind the Buddha to where it looks like he's praying under the Bodhi tree. This one right here is the most famous mural at this temple. So you see the goddess of the earth, and she's wringing her hair and the water's coming out, and then it's flooded the world, and you have, you know, all the Garuda and elephants, everything there drowned in the world. Anyway, this is supposed to be the most beautiful one of those in the whole world. That's what they say. But you know, art is subjective, so some people think it's beautiful, some people will not. But it has some really nice murals. And then it has the normal stuff. Well, you'll see, you know, the heavy wooden shutters. Very nice. These are really cool. And the work above the doors. And then they have, of course, the seating here for the monks. So you can come over here. And then they have like the ivory tusks. Even though these aren't ivory, they look like they're made out of stone. Some of them will be like the elephant tusks. And it has like the grandfather clock, mother of pearl, and all the like the paintings and everything on these windows, and then you can go out that way. And right above the lower stairwell is this Buddha, and you can see has some more Buddhas up there, and all those little pieces of porcelain and everything. And then let's go down and look really quick down in this lower basement. Looks like it has a super low roof. And then these people come and put the gold leaf on them, you can see. Now, I'm not sure what the ball means. I've seen those at a few other temples. This roof is so low. It's not even 5 foot high. And a little boy hanging out here, playing something on his phone. Yeah, and then they have all these figures of the Buddha. They have another one of those balls. They have the days of the week Buddhas. Looks like this is where people can come and make donations to the temple. And has like a little window behind that statue. And it has the Emerald Buddha, the drum. And I don't know what these are. I've seen these also at a few temples. And then over here they have a Buddha footprint, and you can see people have stuck the gold leaf. All right, let's go look at that little tiny ordination hall and the Wehan over there. Those are the ones I'm the most excited about. So this is the little hall, and it is just absolutely amazing. And you can see the contrast between the one we were just in and the old 350-year-old building. Now, around it still has like the base of the low wall, and it has some of the chetty bases also, but the chetties are all gone. Like this one is completely gone. And then they've put a couple more right here. But just look at that. And you can see the Mon style with all those flowers, and then it has a Buddha right up there on the peak of the roof. This is spectacular. And then it has a couple more little chetties and stuff around. And then you can see the ordination hall, or the ordination stones. So here are the stones right here. And this one's broken, but it's just sitting there on the little pedestal. But this is cool. And it has this like little porch. And this is so cool because all those temples that you see in Ayutthaya, they would have looked just like this. And it's such a shame. Now you go there and it's just some bricks, and it'll have like a few of the bases of the pillars, or just maybe a little bit of the wall. But this is so cool. And this is middle Ayutthaya period, maybe late Ayutthaya, but I think it's middle Ayutthaya is when they built this. And it's just simple white buildings, and you can see some more of the work in the plaster that they did over the door. And then just has this little wooden balcony, or little wooden porch here. And then let's go inside. So it has the same threshold, so you got to climb up over the threshold to get in. And this is what you see in here. Holy smokes, this is awesome. You can see it still has the painted ceiling, and then the murals. So these are 350 years old or so, and they are amazing. So you see the goddess of the earth, I think, is that one right there. She's wringing the hair. And so they've redone this mural on the new hall. And then you have, I think, 10 scenes around the base of the preachings of the Buddha. And I mean, this is what I really like to see. And some of these you go into and they've repainted over them, and you know, because they get tired of looking at them like this. But this is, to me, the absolute best. And I don't know how they could preserve these. I mean, they're just, they will fade even more over time. And you can see, you know, the detail work in all of this. And then up above is even more faded. And then behind this Buddha. Now they say this is in the Sukhothai style, but to me it's more like the Nonthaburi style with the eyebrows, and the face doesn't look like an egg to me, but I could be mistaken. and then some more of the murals. Yeah, the ones over here are just really, really faded, but you can still appreciate them. Yeah, they were all hand painted. So somebody came in here and painted these many, many generations ago. And then you can see this is like the scenes of the hell is what they call this. You know, with like the thorn bushes and people climbing through. You know, you got fire and monsters and all of that here on this wall. And then it breaks up the little panels. That little jagged line there breaks up a panel for a different story. And then you have some more behind. And then you can see the paintings of the Buddha. Yeah, this is spectacular. And then you can see the Buddha here with the main one behind it. Yeah, this temple is just absolutely amazing. I really like this. I mean, these are like some of the little hidden gems that you can find here in Bangkok. If you get out of the touristy areas and you go like along the river, and you can find stuff like this. This is just amazing. This was built during the reign of King Narai, and King Narai was the one that basically moved the capital from Ayutthaya over to Lopburi, and you know, it was kind of like he would be up there in Lopburi for 8 or 9 months out of the year, and then he would move the capital back over to Ayutthaya. And he was one of the warrior kings, very famous and very important for Thai history. And then he was later removed through a coup, and it's quite an interesting story behind him. Now, he has a palace and stuff like that in Lopburi. There's quite a bit to see in Lopburi, and I've done a video of King Narai's palace, and it's worth a look also. So I'll put maybe pin a comment to him in the chat, and then you can see if you want to take a look at that video. Okay, let's look at this next little building, and then we'll go up and look at the moon. Okay, so we ran into a guy that's talking a little bit about the temple. Now, the guy was talking, gave me a little tip here. Look at the little detail work right here. This was actually built by the Portuguese that were in Ayutthaya. He said there were Portuguese and Chinese that did some stuff. And you see that? That's like the little angels. So that's right above the door of this little tiny Wehan. There's the moon drop that will have the relic in it. And then this little Wehan right here. It is so cool. It has 3 windows on each side, and then it has like a low door. You can see a little bit of the plaster work is still remaining here. Most of the plaster work up there on the gable is kind of faded away, but it is still in spectacular shape. And you can see here has the threshold, and then this is what remains of the low wall. So let's go in here and see this Wehan. Now the door here is like really low. It's like 4.5 feet tall. So you definitely have to watch your head. And this is what the Wehan looks like. And it is also just absolutely fantastic. The hand-painted wooden tile up there in the ceiling, some more of the murals, and this is really cool. The murals are really faded. They're probably in a little bit worse shape than in that Ordination Hall. And then you can see here, this wall is kind of bowing in, so it has some structural problems. But you know, it is 350 years old or so. And I don't know about this Buddha here. Now, to me, this one looks more like the Sukhothai style with the egg shape. And it also has the 2 different eyebrows, and then the eyes are looking down. And then it has the top knot, and just really, really cool. And then some more of the murals behind the Buddha. Yeah, this is really cool. Now, right there, you can see the Mon writing. So they have the script right there below it. They're kind of the little swirly letters. Right there. I have no idea what it says. I can't read Thai, let alone Burmese. So, yeah, pretty interesting. And it's around some of those little panels. And you can see this little Ordination Hall. There's the marker stones. And then that Mon-style white chetty over there. And then the new building. And then one of the little tiny chetties. And then that little tiny Wehan. And then the that moondrop building over there. Yeah, this is so fantastic. And then here is the moon drop. You can see all the work they did up at the top, has all the Buddhas. And then it does look like they're remodeling inside. Behind the moon drop in the trees, you have some other buildings, have some different standing Buddhas and seated Buddhas, and just a whole bunch more stuff out there. And the stairwell going up to the moon drop has the Naga on the little rail. There's a sign that says something in Thai, probably saying it's closed, but we'll take a look. Sometimes it's best to just ask for forgiveness instead of permission if you want to take a look at stuff. You can see they got the little lions here, and then the workers, they got the little scaffolding built, so they're in here sanding. Wow, this is a big job. So he's going to restore all of that and put it back in. Wow, this is really cool. See all of it up there, and then it has the marble on the walls, and the doors has all the wood carving in it. Yeah. So he'll put all of this back together, and then they'll varnish it and it'll look fantastic. Here's the back side of that first building we came in. You can see the Garuda, all of that in the front there. And then check that out right below the Garuda. That is just an absolute massive beehive. And then you can see more of it. And then it has another entrance to go down in that little lower part of the building. This guy over here wanted to show me the fish. Oh, okay. He wants to feed him a little bit. He doesn't want me to feed him, but I'll let him feed it. So you have that, like the goddess of the earth right there. This guy here, he's gonna feed the fish a little bit. These are some big, nice koi. So you can make a little bit of merit. He can feed him. Oh. Cue. Cup on a cup. Yes. That was kind of random. He just wanted to say hello, and then he said goodbye after feeding the fish. So we'll see the last little bit. Now there's quite a bit more to this temple, the modern buildings and everything, but I really just wanted to come over here to see the old stuff. This is a massive, massive vine hanging off of this tree. Now this right here is just a little shrine that the Mon people, the families and everything, have come over here and built. It's kind of the dedication to their ancestors. So this is the last little bit, and of course they have some more paintings and stuff behind it. So this is kind of like a little spirit house or a shrine. So they come over here and they'll burn the joe sticks, and they'll leave the flowers and stuff like that. And they have like right here is the joe sticks and the oil, and they'll make their donations and pray to their ancestors right here. All right, everybody. So that finishes up our little video here at Wat Chomphuwiwek, or however you say it, Chomphuwiwek. I think they've shortened it up a little bit since the original name. Anyway, this temple is just fantastic. This is great fun for me. I love to just come out here and see some things that people aren't showing on YouTube. I can do some exploring and show you something that you won't find in too many other places. So yeah, I don't want to be just doing videos around the touristy areas. I do go to the beaches and markets and stuff like that, but I also like to get out and explore and find different stuff that's kind of off the beaten path. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you like stuff like this, make sure you click like. Smash the like button, just takes a second. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think about seeing stuff like this. And if you want to see something different, let me know also. To me, this is absolutely heaven. I can go and I can see the old murals, I can read about it, learn a little bit about the Thai history and stuff like that. A lot of the Thai history goes through the temples. That's why I show these, because everything else was, most stuff, the buildings and all that were made out of wood. They deteriorate in time, so the brick stuff remains. So that's why I go to the temples, and it's a lot of the Thai culture goes through the temples. So it's so important to them. It's part of their culture. So anyway, if you like it, click like and subscribe to my channel. That way you're notified when I post a new video. Subscriptions do me the most good. It helps my channel grow. And tell me what you think in a comment and share it with your friends on your social media if you would like. And until next time, guys, remember, from here in Nonthaburi, life is a journey. Enjoy.